Neka, where is the last chicken foot I kept in the pot? Chigozie's voice thundered from the kitchen. Which chicken foot? The one I suffered to cook that almost finished my gas because I don't know where you got that local fowl that was hard to cook. Yes, that strong chicken foot. I marked it with my eyes. Don't you know that it is the sweetest part of the chicken? I reserved that chicken foot for later. There were 2 chicken feet in that pot. You ate one, and then I concluded in my mind that the second foot will be left for me since you have had your share. Now, it has disappeared. Neca, where are you hiding it? The smell of steaming jollof rice filled the cozy and warm apartment of a stubborn couple named Chigozie and Nneka. It was a Sunday afternoon, and the children were in the living room watching cartoons. Everything was peaceful until it wasn't. Neka, where is the last chicken foot I kept in the pot? Chigozie's voice thundered from the kitchen. Neka, who was sitting in the parlor with her legs stretched out, turned her head lazily. Which chicken foot? The one I suffered to cook that almost finished my gas because I don't know where you got that local fowl that was hard to cook. Yes, that strong chicken foot. I marked it with my eyes. Don't you know that it is the sweetest part of the chicken? Gozie marched into the sitting room, waving a spoon like a weapon. I reserved that chicken foot for later. There were 2 chicken feet in that pot. You ate one, and then I concluded in my mind that the second foot will be left for me since you have had your share. Now, it has disappeared. Neca, where are you hiding it? Neca hissed. Oga, biko hapumaka, meaning, please leave me alone. So, because of that tiny, bony chicken foot, you won't let this food I ate to digest in my belly, kwa? The 3 children, Obinna, Ada, and Junior, exchanged amused glances. This was about to get interesting. Leave you alone for what? Gozie folded his arms. My friend, answer me. Did you or did you not eat the chicken foot? Neca slowly stood up, adjusting her wrapper, and faced him squarely. So, if someone comes in now and asks you why you are all riled up, you will say it's because of chicken foot. Tiny, fleshless chicken foot that is only good as a toothpick. But even if I chop am, what will you do? Will you call police for me? Gozie gasped. You see your life? You have confessed? Neca, why are you like this? Why must you eat what is not your own? Neca rolled her eyes. Which one is not my own? Is it not my pot, my gas, my sweat, my house? Was it not my hand that made that food? Okay, no problem, Gozie said, dropping the spoon. From today, I will have my own pot in this house. I will cook my own food. I will put a padlock on my pot. The children burst into laughter. Ada clapped her hands. Daddy and mommy have started again, oh. Neca scoffed. You won't get your own pot. Oh yeah now, go and buy it. In fact, move to your own kitchen, man cooker. Did you just call me man cooker? Gozie placed his hands on his waist. Neca, I'm asking you. It's like you don't have respect for me again in this house. Between you and I, who is the cooker here? Woman cooker, calling me man cooker. Junior, the youngest, whispered to his older brother. How long do you think this fight will last? Obinna shrugged. Give them 5 minutes. They will soon laugh and make up. But this time, the fight was heating up. Man cooker! Man cooker! Woo 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 woo! Neca mocked. Were you not the one that said you will start cooking separately because of an argument over tiny chicken feet? When you were eating my jollof rice, you did not remember that I am a woman cooker. Oh. Gozie clenched his fist. You know what? I will not talk too much. Tomorrow, I will eat your food, but I will not appreciate it, and I will not say thank you. Neca gasped. Gozie, isigini. After I have toiled in cooking for you, you will not appreciate it? Try it first. Yes, I will eat and belch loudly without appreciation. Just then, Mama Gozie called. Neca snatched the phone from Gozie before he could answer. Mama, come and talk to your son. Oh. He is threatening to start cooking his own food. What happened this time? Mama Gozie's voice sounded tired. It is chicken feet, oh, Mama. Ordinary chicken feet. Gozie grabbed the phone. Mama, tell your daughter-in-law to stop stealing my food. Mama Gozie sighed. Oh, not again. Two of you. Give me peace, I beg. Should I come and separate you? No need, Mama, Junior shouted from the background. They will soon settle. And true to Junior's words, the fight ended an hour later, with Gozie buying suya for the entire family. When he handed Nneka her portion, she smirked. Better husband. Now you come. Biko, don't make me waste my quarrel over tiny chicken feet when you knew you were going to surprise me with suya. You are lucky I love you, but next time, don't steal my food. Gozie muttered. Oh, Ikeburu, we shall see, Neca said while chewing the suya meat loudly. Ada whispered to her brothers, how long before they fight again? Obinna chuckled. Give it till morning. Indeed, the battle had ended for the day, but the war was far from over. The next day, Neca was in her shop at Balogun Market, expertly haggling with customers. She was known as Madam No Play because she doesn't joke when it comes to her business, which was mainly already made Ankara designs. Madam, this your Ankara is too expensive, a woman complained. Neca rolled her eyes. Auntie, abeg shift. If you no get money, no come the price anyhow. See as you dey look like person wey dey owe house rent. The other traders burst into laughter. The woman hissed and walked away. Another one came and didn't complain about the price. Neca made sure to convince her with her sweet mouth to buy more than one piece of Ankara design. Just then, Gozie strolled into the market, hands in his pockets. He wore a serious expression, but Nneka already knew he was up to something. She folded her arms. Gozie, what are you doing here? You no get work? Gozie cleared his throat. I came to buy something. The traders whispered and giggled. Everyone in the market knew about Gozie and Nneka's famous arguments. What do you want to buy? Neca asked suspiciously. Gozie pointed at a fabric. How much is that one? I need a new design for Ike's child dedication. 55,000 naira only, Neca replied. Gozie gasped. For what? Is it made of gold? Na original Ankara, imported from Dubai, Neca said, tossing the fabric over her shoulder dramatically. Gozie scoffed. Dubai ke? Neca. No be about you buy this one last week. The other traders burst into laughter again. Neca's eyes narrowed. So you came here to disgrace me, eh, Gozie? I just want to buy at the right price. Neca grabbed the fabric and folded it back. If you no get money, come on for my shop, abeg. So this is how you treat your customers. Gozie placed his hands on his waist. In the house, you overcharge me for food. Now in the market, you are selling me overpriced Ankara. My own wife wants to scam me? Neca clapped her hands. Look at this man, oh. If I was running loss, would I have money to contribute to the family fund? The traders laughed harder. One of them, Mama Amara, shook her head. Gozie, if you like, argue from now till tomorrow. You go still pay your wife the full money. But she is my wife, Gozie protested. And so, Neca snapped. Even if you like, be my twin brother. There is no love when it comes to business. Gozie sighed dramatically. Fine, give me a discount. Okay, because of you. Give me 54,500 naira instead of 55,000 naira, Neca said. No, I will pay 54,000, Gozie countered. Okay, I agree, Neca smirked. Just as she handed him the fabric, he grinned. But I will remove this money from the house feeding money. If you do that, guess who will get the lesser portion of food? Neca chuckled. Gozie shook his head as he counted out 54,000 naira from his wallet. Meanwhile, at home, Obinna, Ada, and Junior were playing a game of Guess What Daddy and Mommy Fought About Today. Junior guessed. Was it over food? Ada shook her head. No, they already fought over chicken feet yesterday. It must be about money. Obinna laughed. You are both wrong. It was about fabric. Daddy came to the market and started pricing Ankara like a village man. All three of them sighed. It was another normal day in the Gozie and Neca household. That evening, when Gozie returned home, he proudly wore his new Ankara outfit. See my fine clothes now. I will stand out in that child dedication, he said, spinning like a model. Neca rolled her eyes. You that look like an overgrown masquerade. Gozie gasped. What? What did you just say? My own wife insulting me? Yes, and there is nothing you can do about it, Neca said, pouting. Gozie sighed, went inside the room and changed into casual wear. There is no problem. I was going to take you out for Ishewu and Nkwobi, but since you want to insult me, I will just go alone. Neca's eyes widened. Di mama, wait, I was only joking. Someone cannot play with you. Too late, Gozie grinned, dashing towards the door. Neca grabbed her purse and ran after him. If you don't buy me that Ishewu and Nkwobi this night, then don't even come to my room, she said as she instructed the children to lock the door after her and wait for their return. Their children laughed as they ran downstairs, still arguing, still in love. Meanwhile, Mama Gozie had had enough. She had tolerated her son's endless complaints about his wife. She had also endured Neca's dramatic calls about how Gozie was frustrating her life. Every week, it was one new complaint or the other. Last night, it was about Nkwobi and Ishewu. Can you imagine, Mama? Neca had fumed on the phone. This man nearly went out to buy Ishewu and Nkwobi without me. But did he eventually buy for you? Mama Gozie had asked tiredly. Yes, but that is not the point. The point is that he wanted to go alone. Mama Gozie sighed. Both of you should rest, I beg. But this morning, Gozie had called with his own version. "Mama, I am tired," he had wailed. "This woman is not respecting me. She calls me overgrown masquerade, and now the children have started calling me Oga Mask." That was when Mama Gozie decided enough was enough. She called an emergency family meeting. The entire living room was filled with family members. On one side sat Mama Gozie, Mama Neca, and Uncle Oke. On the other side, Gozie and Neca sat like two boxers waiting for a referee to blow the whistle. The three children sat in the corner, already giggling. They knew how this would end. Mama Gozie cleared her throat. "We have gathered here today because these two people have turned marriage into WWE wrestling. Instead of peace, it is fight every day. Instead of love, it is wahala." Uncle Oke sighed. "Chigozie, Neka, what is really the problem?" Gozie folded his arms. "Ask my wife. She is the one that enjoys quarreling." I am the one? You unko, you that argues over everything, even whether I should put Maggi before or after salt." Mama Neka cut in. "Chigozie, respect yourself. Neka, my daughter, is a good wife and a good cook. I trained her well." "Good wife?" Gozie scoffed. "Mama, do you know that your daughter once fought me over toothpaste?" Mama Gozie turned to Neka. "Toothpaste? Neka, is it true?" Neka threw her hands in the air. "Mama, Gozie presses the toothpaste from the middle instead of from the bottom. Who does that?" Uncle Oke rubbed his temples in frustration. "Hey, my God." Mama Neka shook her head. "So all these fights are because of chicken feet, ishewu, and toothpaste?" "Exactly." Mama Gozie threw her hands in the air. "If you people are tired of marriage, tell us now." "Yes," Uncle Oke said. "If you cannot live in peace, separate." The room went silent. Gozie and Neka turned to look at each other. "Separate? Who said anything about separating?" Mama Neka sighed. "Yes now, maybe a little space will do you two good." Neka gasped. "To fear Akwa over my dead body. Me, leave my husband. For who?" Mama Gozie was confused. "But don't you people fight every day?" Gozie placed his hands on his chest. "Mama, is it fight that will not make me leave my wife? My own Neka? Is the fight your fight?" Neka hissed. "Mama, forget it. I can never leave this man. Who will I fight with if I leave him?" The entire room was stunned. Uncle Oke dropped his head in his hands. "I am just wasting my time." Mama Neka folded her arms. "So all these fights, you people were just playing?" "Who said we were playing?" Gozie said. "We are serious, but it is just that we enjoy it." Neka nodded. "Yes, that is how we love each other." Mama Gozie shook her head in disbelief. "Oh, Chim, so we have been disturbing ourselves for nothing." Gozie smiled and placed an arm around Neka's shoulder. "Mama, don't stress yourself. Neka is my wahala, and I am her headache. We are one." Neka grinned and leaned into him. "Exactly. And if I hear any of you talk about separation again, I will share some of my wahala with that person." The children burst into laughter. Uncle Oke sighed deeply. "Somebody should bring me a drink. I need to recover from this nonsense." Mama Gozie just stood up. "I am going home. I need to rest my brain. And none of you should call me to disturb me with your complaints again. I hope you heard me." As the family members left one by one, shaking their heads, Neca turned to Gozie and smirked. "So, should we fight now or later?" Gozie grinned. "Later, my love. Let's eat first." And just like that, the meeting ended in premium foolishness. After the chaotic family meeting, things settled down, but only for 3 days. Then Sunday morning arrived, and it was time for yet another church service. Neca was standing in front of the mirror, applying makeup, when Gozie walked into the bedroom, already dressed in his perfectly ironed senator outfit. "Neca, are you still painting your face? Service starts by 9 a.m. and it's 8:44 already." Neca snapped her head toward him. "And so, am I the pastor? Will they refuse to start service without me?" Gozie groaned. "Woman, you are always the reason we go to church late. Every Sunday, I sit in the car for 30 minutes waiting for you." Neca rolled her eyes. "Who sent you? If you are tired of waiting, enter inside the church and tell them to start service without me." Gozie folded his arms. "If you delay me today, I swear I will leave you behind." "Ah," Neca gasped, placing her hands on her waist. "So you want to be unfortunate this morning? If you drive off and leave me, just know that I will marry another husband before you get back home." Gozie blinked. "Neca, what type of mouth do you have, Seth? The kind of things that comes out of it, eh? It makes me wonder." "A very sharp one," Neca retorted. "Now shift. Let me finish my makeup in peace." The children, already dressed, peeped from the hallway. Ada whispered to Obinna, "How much time do you think they will waste today?" Obinna scratched his head. "At least 15 minutes of argument, plus 10 minutes of silent treatment in the car." Junior sighed. "We will be late again." As expected, they arrived late. The entire congregation turned to stare as the Gozie and Neca clan entered noisily. Gozie grumbled as they took their seats, which was far from the front because most front seats had been occupied. "If only somebody had dressed up on time," he muttered under his breath. Neca pinched his arm. "If only somebody had ironed my clothes like a good husband," she said, loud enough for the quiet church to hear. Pastor Chidi cleared his throat from the pulpit. "Brother Chigozie and Sister Neca, please keep your personal fight for after service." The congregation laughed. Neca and Gozie exchanged glances. Were they so loud that even the pastor heard? As the sermon continued, Gozie opened his wallet to bring out his offering that he had placed inside it just the previous night. But then he paused. He turned to Neca. "Where is the 1,000 naira I kept in my wallet?" he whispered. Neca didn't even turn her head. "I used it." Gozie's eyes widened. "Used it for what?" "Recharge card." Gozie nearly screamed. "You used my offering money for recharge card?" The people sitting in front of them turned slightly. Neca waved a hand at him. "Relax, I have added it to the family data plan, so technically we are all using it." "God will judge you, woman," Gozie muttered. The children giggled silently. By the time it was offering time, Gozie put his hands in his pocket and dropped 200 naira instead. "Neca, where is your offering?" he asked smugly. I gave online, Neka smirked. Gozie gasped. So you have money for online offering, but you used my 1,000 naira? Even in the house of God, their wahala had followed them. As they walked to the car, Sister Amaka from the women's group smiled at them. You two always make us laugh, she said. But honestly, you love each other too much. Even when you quarrel, you can't stop smiling. Gozie and Neca exchanged glances. Who told you I love this man? Neca scoffed playfully. Gozie placed his hand over his heart. Oh, you have broken my heart, my love. The congregation members standing around them laughed. Obinna whispered to Ada, give them 10 minutes, they will start again. And sure enough, as soon as they entered the car, Gozie started. Neca, you still owe me 1,000 naira. Neca gasped. You are still talking about that money? Yes now. In fact, I will remove it from your next market money. Gozie, remember that today is Sunday and you haven't eaten lunch. Be careful not to say anything that will be used against you when it's time to dish rice and chicken this afternoon. And just like that, the next round of fighting had begun. Then came one bright Sunday afternoon after church service. The entire family had gathered for the naming ceremony of Gozie's cousin's child dedication. It was a grand occasion. Canopies, coolers of jollof rice, and plenty of gossiping aunties. As expected, Gozie and Neca arrived fashionably late. Gozie was wearing the crepe's Ankara outfit he bought from his wife that had been well starched and ironed and paired with his usual dark shades, looking like a Nollywood billionaire. Neca, however, stole the show in her dazzling red lace and her gele that stood like a tower of Babylon. The moment they stepped in, Mama Gozie sighed. They have come. Uncle Oke muted. Let's take a moment and say goodbye to peace and quiet. Everything was going smoothly until it was time for food. Neca had disappeared into the kitchen to collect food for herself and Gozie, leaving him at the table with some guests. But when she returned, she placed only one plate in front of him. Gozie frowned. Where is my own? Neca blinked innocently. This is our own. Gozie gasped. One plate? For the both of us? Neca, am I a bird? Calm down. Food is small, and I don't want to look like I eat too much in public. Neca whispered. Gozie scoffed. Neca, you are saying this? You that finished 3 wraps of pounded yam at our wedding reception? Neca gasped. Gozie! Some guests turned curiously. Gozie ignored them and pointed at the plate. How can 2 adults share one small plate of jollof rice? Neca hissed. Gozie, stop disgracing me. Just eat. Gozie sighed and picked up his spoon. But just as he was about to take his first bite, Neca grabbed the biggest piece of meat and dumped it in her mouth. Gozie froze. Neca. She chewed happily. Yes? You just ate the biggest meat. And so? Gozie dropped his spoon. This marriage is not working. The guests at the table burst into laughter. Gozie and Neca glared at each other, spoon and fork in hand. Okay, fine, Neca said. Take the second biggest meat. Gozie reached for it. But before his spoon could touch it, Neca grabbed it again and beat it. Neca! The entire gathering turned. Mama Gozie stood up. What is happening here again? Gozie pointed at his wife like a child reporting to the teacher. Mama, look at this woman, no. We are supposed to share food, but she has eaten both big meats. Mama Neca covered her face in shame. Chai, these children will not kill me. Uncle Oke shook his head. So this is today's problem. Party big meat? Gozie turned to Nneka. You are a wicked woman. You have no respect for your husband and the Igbo tradition. Neca licked her fingers. Sorry, darling. You are just a slow eater. The guests exploded in laughter. Mama Gozie sat down and rubbed her temples. Chineke, why did I allow my son to marry this troublemaker? Mama Neca snapped. Which troublemaker? Your son is the real troublemaker. Before long, both mothers were arguing, while Gozie and Neca continued their jollof rice war. Meanwhile, in the corner, their children were enjoying the show. After all the noise and quarrel, Gozie and Neca made up before the event even ended. How? They teamed up to fight someone else. When one guest made a comment about how much Neca had eaten, Gozie immediately switched sides. Excuse me, what do you mean by that? He asked. The guest chuckled nervously. Nothing, oh. I was just saying. Neca folded her arms. Are you calling me a glutton? No. Gozie shook his head. No. Say it with your full chest if you are a man. Before long, both of them were defending each other aggressively, and the earlier fight over the meat and jollof rice was forgotten. Mama Gozie and Mama Neca exchanged tired looks. Someone please remind me not to waste my time putting my mouth in these people's matter anymore. Mama Neca shook her head. Me too. I'm tired. Meanwhile, Gozie and Neca were now laughing and holding hands while their children shook their heads. Obinna sighed. This is how it always ends. Ada nodded. Yes, until the next fight. One evening, Gozie returned home exhausted from work. He opened the door, expecting to hear the usual noise from his children. But instead, he was met with complete silence. He froze. Something was wrong. Neca, he called out. No response. He dropped his bag and walked cautiously into the living room. That was when he saw his 3 children sitting quietly on the couch, staring at him like witnesses in a murder trial. Why are you people quiet? He asked. Junior whispered. She is angry. Gozie frowned. Who is angry? Obinna swallowed hard. Mommy. Gozie sighed. What did I do again? Ada shook her head. We don't know. Gozie scratched his head. This was not a good sign. Then he heard the sound of plates being washed aggressively in the kitchen. He took a deep breath and entered the battlefield. Neca was at the sink, scrubbing plates with the vengeance of a woman scorned. Gozie cleared his throat. My love. No response. He stepped closer. Nne baby. Neca continued washing, her movements getting faster and louder. Gozie frowned. Are you ignoring me? Still no response. Gozie sighed and leaned against the counter. Okay, let's do this the easy way or the hard way? Still silence. Fine, he said. Since you won't talk to me, let me guess what I did. He placed a finger on his chin. Did I forget our anniversary? Neca rolled her eyes. Aha! Gozie snapped his fingers. Did I eat the last meat in the pot? Silence. Gozie scratched his head. Neca, I beg you, tell me what I did. Neca finally spoke, her voice dangerously calm. Where is my meat pie? Gozie blinked. Meat pie? Yes. She turned to face him. You promised to buy me Debbie's meat pie on your way home, and I have already peeped through the window and saw you walking in empty-handed. Gozie gasped. Is that why you are angry? Neca dropped the plate she was holding. So it's not enough reason for me to be angry? Baby, it's just meat pie now. Just meat pie? Gozie realized his mistake immediately. Neca grabbed a napkin and threw it at him. Chigozie, you are wicked. Gozie dodged. Nah, baby, calm down. How can you promise your wife Debbie's meat pie and then forget? Do you know how long I have been dreaming about that meat pie and waiting for your car to drive in, only for you to get down from the car empty-handed? Gozie tried to hold in his laughter. Neca, it's not that serious. I can always get you another meat pie from a nearby fast food. Neca clapped her hands. Oh, it's not that serious. Chigozie, if I forget to cook your food, will you say the same thing? Gozie scratched his head. No. But what? Everyone knows that Debbie's meat pie has no rival in this town. Neca picked up a spoon and pointed it at him. I don't blame you. I blame myself for trusting you with this ordinary task when I could have grabbed some for myself while coming home. Don't bother yourself, but you will suffer for this. At this point, the children had gathered at the kitchen door, watching like it was a reality show. Obinna whispered to Ada, this one is serious. Junior nodded. Daddy is finished. For the next 1 hour, Neca refused to talk to Gozie. She ignored him during dinner. She refused to laugh at his jokes. She even refused to pass him the TV remote. Gozie sighed. This was serious punishment, and he knew another punishment waited for him at night. Finally, he gave up. He grabbed his car keys and left the house. 30 minutes later, he returned with 10 pieces of Debbie's meat pie. Thankfully, they closed very late on Fridays, and their meat pies were always replaced with freshly baked pies once it finishes. Neca eyed him suspiciously. What is that? Gozie smiled and pulled out 10 freshly baked meat pies. For my one and only Wahala woman, he said sweetly. Neca tried to frown, but her nose twitched at the smell of fresh, unique meat pies that could have come from no other place but Debbie's. You think you can bribe me with meat pie? She asked. Gozie unwrapped one and waved it in front of her. Are you sure? Neca swallowed. I hate you. Gozie grinned. No, you don't. She snatched the meat pie from his hand and took a bite, relishing the taste. Her Friday nights aren't complete without her favorite meat pie. Gozie sat beside her. So, are we good now? Neca chewed, swallowed, and looked at him. Fine, but next time, if you forget my meat pie again on a Friday, I will change your destiny. Gozie laughed and pulled her into a hug. We have a deal, Unye Gozie, as they sat together, eating meat pies and laughing. The children whispered to each other. Junior sighed. Here we go again. Obinna shook his head. Until the next fight. Then Adam nodded, which will probably be tomorrow. And they were absolutely right. It was a peaceful Sunday evening. Peaceful until Gozie and Nneka decided it was too peaceful. The children were in their room, minding their business, when they heard it. Gozie, give me the remote. Neca, I was here first. They sighed. Another fight had begun. Gozie was lying comfortably on the couch, one leg crossed over the other, watching an action movie. Neca, fresh from the kitchen, plopped down beside him and stretched out her hand. Give me the remote, she repeated. My dear, I was watching this film before you came. Neca hissed. Watching what? This nonsense film where people are just running up and down and shooting? Shift abeg, let me watch my Nollywood. Gozie gasped. Nonsense film? You are calling John Wick nonsense film? Neca, respect yourself, oh. She rolled her eyes. What's in this film, sef? One man shooting 100 people just because of dog. Is that even normal? Gozie clutched his chest. Neca, I have warned you. Don't insult my film. Shift, Biko. She tried to snatch the remote. Gozie held it tight. Neca, don't disgrace yourself. Be a good wife and let your husband enjoy his film. Neca hissed louder. Good wife? Me? Look at you. Is this how your mother raised you? That I will suffer in the kitchen, cook food for this house, and still not have the right to watch my movie when I'm done? Gozie shook his head. You have started your drama again this evening. Who sent you to suffer in the kitchen? Neca gasped. What did you just say? The children peeped from the hallway. Junior whispered, Daddy has entered trouble. Obinna nodded. This one will last till midnight. Neca grabbed a pillow and whacked Gozie on the arm. You are a wicked man. You know I have been standing in the kitchen, cooking for hours, and instead of you to pamper me, you are here watching your yeye film. Gozie dodged another pillow. Woman, leave me alone. Who begged you to cook? Did I not give you enough money for food? Why didn't you buy food from fast food for tonight so that you can rest? Neca's eyes widened. Chineke, I'm here trying to save us some money by deciding to make food at home. And here you are, not appreciating my efforts. But wait, this way you are asking for food from fast food. Does it mean that you don't want to eat my food again? Gozie froze. I didn't say that, No, you just said it. She picked up the remote and smacked his leg with it. Take your yeye remote. I will never cook for you again. In fact, I will only cook for myself and the children. Gozie sat up. Nne baby, let's not be too hasty. It never reached like that now. She hissed, stood up and grabbed the plate of jollof rice she had served him. Since you prefer John Wick to your wife's happiness, let John Wick cook for you. With that, she marched into the bedroom, locking the door behind her. Gozie sighed and picked up his phone. Hello, Mama Nkechi, do you still have small jollof rice left? Neca heard him from the room and shouted, If you dare order jollof from that woman, you will sleep outside. Gozie quickly dropped the phone. But just as he was contemplating what he would eat, Neca came out from the room and passed the jollof rice in front of him. Take. Just thank your stars that I have the fear of God. If not, the children shook their heads and returned to their room, laughing. Then came Wednesday. It was a calm Wednesday morning. Neka was in the bathroom, humming a gospel song, when suddenly she heard, Neka! Here we go again. She sighed. She stepped out of the bathroom, water dripping down her arms, and found Gozie standing in the middle of the bedroom, holding up one lone bathroom slipper like a crime scene detective. Where is the second leg of my slippers? He demanded. Neka folded her arms. Which one is slippers again? Are your slippers my responsibility now? How should I know where they are? Gozie gasped dramatically. Neka, opipidogo, meaning you have started again. You are the one who always moves things in this house. And so, are you blind? Use your eyes and find it now. Gozie began searching under the bed, muttering, I know it is you. You have used my slippers for something. Maybe you used it to kill cockroach last night. Neka smirked. Oh, now you know the importance of my midnight cockroach hunting. But yesterday, when I screamed that I saw one, you told me to face my fear like a strong woman. Gozie groaned. God, please give me patience to endure this woman. He checked under the couch, nothing. Under the wardrobe, nothing. Then he turned to the children's room. Ada, Obinna, Junior, come out here. The children marched out, looking confused. Who took my slippers? Gozie asked, hands on his waist. They all shook their heads. Are you sure? Yes, Daddy, Junior piped up. Maybe you walked to the parlor and forgot it there. Gozie hissed. You think I'm mad, eh? Will I wear one slipper and go to the parlor? Then Neka clapped her hands. Aha, Gozie. Wait, maybe it is John Wick that took it. Gozie narrowed his eyes. Neka, be serious for once now. Or maybe your slippers joined the cast and ran away to fight bad guys. Obinna snickered and Gozie sighed. Chineke, what kind of wife is this? Just then, Junior pointed under the TV stand. Daddy, is that not your slippers? Gozie bent down, pulled out the missing slipper and stood up, speechless. Neka raised a brow. So, what do you have to say for yourself? Gozie cleared his throat. It must have worked there by itself. Neka burst into laughter and the children joined. Gozie frowned. All of you are against me in this house. Neka wiped her tears. No, dear husband. We just want you to accept that you are getting old. Gozie shook his head, slid his feet into his slippers, and walked away in defeat. From behind, Neka called, Don't forget to check if your boxers have also disappeared. Maybe they joined the Avengers. Gozie hissed, and the whole house erupted into laughter. Then came one quiet evening. Gozie had stepped outside to buy suya from the Malam down the street. The night air was cool and everything seemed peaceful until he heard a voice call out from the next compound. Gozie, my son, Biko, come. Gozie turned and saw their neighbor, Papa Chidi, sitting on a wooden bench with two other elderly men, chewing kola nuts and sipping palm wine. He sighed internally. This was how trouble usually started. Good evening, sirs, Gozie greeted, trying to keep his visit short. Come and sit, Papa Chidi insisted, patting the empty space beside him. Gozie hesitated. He knew this wasn't a normal invitation. It was a trap. But before he could escape, the second man, Pape Fai, added, "A real man does not fear advice." Gozie exhaled and sat down, already regretting it. Papa Chidi cleared his throat. "Gozie, we have been watching you." "Eh?" Gozie blinked. "Watching me? How?" Papa Chidi shook his head. "This your wife, Neca. She has no respect. She talks to you anyhow, always shouting, always fighting." Papi Fai nodded. "In our time, a woman who behaved like that would have received small correction." Gozie narrowed his eyes. "What kind of correction?" Papa Chidi sipped his palm wine and leaned forward. "Just one slap," he demonstrated with his palm in the air. "One very hot slap, pam, and she will calm down immediately." Gozie almost choked. "Slap? Nneka, my own Nneka." The third man, Babatunde, chimed in. "Yes, women need discipline. If you let them run their mouth, they will climb on your head. Next thing, she will start making decisions in the house." Gozie stood up sharply. "Papa Chidi, Papi Fai, Babatunde, I greet all of you, but with due respect, what kind of evil advice is this?" Papi Fai looked surprised. "You mean you have never slapped your—" "God forbid," Gozie interrupted. "You people want me to slap my wife, the same woman that cooks my food, that washes my clothes, that gave birth to my children. You want me to die young?" Papa Chidi scoffed. "Gozie, it is not about death. It is about respect." "Respect, wa?" Gozie placed his hands on his waist. "So, if I slap Nneka now, she will suddenly kneel down and call me my lord. Is that how your own wives are behaving?" Papi Fai shifted. Not exactly." "Exactly!" Gozie pointed a finger at them. "Instead of you people to be advising me to buy my wife beautiful things so that she will love me more, you are here talking about slap. Have you ever seen my wife cry before? Have you? Do you think that if I slap Nneka, she will just sit down quietly?" They were silent. Gozie nodded. "Let me tell you what will happen. If I slap my wife, by tomorrow morning, my slippers will disappear, my boxers will vanish, my food will stop having salt, and I will never know peace in my house again. And do you know the worst part?" "What?" Babatunde asked. Gozie's voice dropped. "Neca will not fight me immediately. No, she will be nice, she will smile, she will cook the best food for me. And then, one day, when I least expect it, she will pour hot pepper inside my eyes." The man shivered. Gozie dusted his hands. "That is why I will never try it. Never. In fact, this conversation is over." He stood up and left to buy his suya, leaving the men in stunned silence. Back at home, Neca was sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone, when Gozie entered. "How far?" she asked. "Did you buy the suya?" Gozie dropped the suya on the table and sighed. "Neca, you won't believe what I just heard." Neca didn't even look up. "What? What did you hear?" "Papa Chidi and his friends said I should slap you so that you will respect me more." Neca froze. Her eyes slowly left her phone and locked onto Gozie. "They said what?" Gozie nodded seriously. "They said you don't respect me and that if I give you one hot slap, you will start behaving like an African woman." Then there was silence. Neca inhaled deeply. Then she exhaled. Then she inhaled again. Gozie was getting worried. Neca, are you alright? She jumped up suddenly. So, they think I am an African woman that can be slapped, eh? That I am one mumu wife that will collect slap and say, yes, my lord. Chai, I have suffered. Gozie raised his hands. Neca, let us not what? Those old men want to use my name to do their nonsense meetings. No problem. She tied her wrapper tighter. We are going back there now. Gozie panicked. Neca, wait. Let's not take this too far. Who is we? Did they not advise you to slap me? Or did they think I would not hear it? She stormed out of the house. Gozie groaned, grabbed his slippers, and ran after her. Back at the neighbor's frontage, Papa Chidi and his friends were still drinking palm wine when a voice rang out. Papa Chidi, Papi Ifeanyi, Baba Tunde. They jumped. Neca marched in like a woman possessed. I heard all of you. I heard the nonsense advice you gave my husband. You want him to slap me? Me? I want to see you people try it first. Papa Chidi stood up. Neca, it was just what? Neca clapped her hands. Instead of you old men to advise him to love me more, you are there advising domestic violence. Is that how your own wives are behaving? Gozie, who had caught up, added, That's what I told them. Neca turned to him. When they were talking that nonsense, why didn't you pour this palm wine on their heads? Papi Ifeanyi coughed. Neca, it is just African tradition. Tradition kill you there. African tradition that tells men to beat women, but the same men will faint if their wife even pinches them. Papa Chidi, if your wife slaps you now, will you not cry? Papa Chidi scratched his head. Baba Tunde tried to change the topic. Neca, let us not quarrel. You want to tell me not to quarrel? Baba Tunde, have you seen me quarrel before? Well, today you will see it live. She adjusted her wrapper. If you people don't apologize now, I will go and call my fellow women. We will hold meeting in this compound. The men looked at each other. Gozie folded his arms. Better apologize now before she organizes a protest. The men sighed. Papa Chidi cleared his throat. Neca, we are sorry. Papi Ifeanyi added, Yes, very sorry. Baba Tunde nodded. It was a joke. Neca eyed them. Better. Next time, mind your business. She turned and was about to stomp off, but waited for Gozie. Gozie winked at the men. See? Next time, you people will mind your business. With that, he went to his wife and they both held hands and walked back to their house, leaving the neighbors in regret. From that day on, the three old men never advised Gozie to slap his wife again or even interfered in their matter. After months of arguing over where to go for vacation, Gozie and Neca finally settled on Enugu. Neca wanted relaxation and shopping. Gozie wanted adventure and food. They both agreed to compromise. They dropped off their kids with Neca's mother and left for the 3 days vacation. But as usual, peace in their marriage was like NEPA lights, always temporary. As soon as they arrived at their hotel, Neca began unpacking while Gozie collapsed onto the bed, sighing in satisfaction. See enjoyment. This mattress is soft like bread. Neca, still rummaging through her suitcase, suddenly froze. Then slowly, she turned to Gozie. Gozie, where is my red gown? Gozie yawned. Which red gown? The red gown I told you to pack. Gozie frowned. Me? Pack? Since when do I pack for you? Neca gasped. So you are telling me you left my red gown behind? Gozie sat up. Wait, did I answer you when you told me to pack it? Neca threw her hands up. So you heard me and ignored me? I didn't ignore you. I'm just asking if I answered you. If I did, then you can say I'm guilty. But if I didn't, then I'm free of the charge. Neca clutched her chest. Chineke, see the husband you gave me. I should have known not to trust you with anything. So what will I wear now? Gozie rolled his eyes. Neca, you packed like 7 clothes for a 3-day trip. Pick another one now. Neca hissed. I don't want another one. I want the red one. It is the only curvy dress that I have that makes all eyes to turn in my direction. Don't worry, darling. I will turn my eyes in your direction when you wear other clothes, I promise, Gozie said with a grin. I'm not talking about you, Joe. I want other people to see how beautiful God's creation can be. So, you are looking for who will toast you, eh? Neca, don't you know that you are a married woman? Don't distract me, Oga. My red gown is not here, and it is your fault. Gozie groaned. Neca, let's be serious. If I had forgotten to pack my boxers, would I be shouting like this? Neca gave him a wicked smile. Oh, so you are now comparing my red gown to your boxers, Abi? That's not what I said. Before he could blink, Neca grabbed his suitcase and flung it open. What are you doing? Gozie shouted. I want to see what you packed for yourself. She pulled out a pile of shirts and held one up. Gozie, what is this? My favorite shirt now? This your favorite shirt that looks like it survived the Biafran war? These 3 days that we are supposed to spend time going out together, you chose to come out with rag? Gozie snatched it from her. Give me my shirt. It's comfortable. Neca continued digging. And see this your brown shoe. Gozie, how many times have I told you to throw it away? Woman, leave my shoe alone. This shoe has been with me since university. Oh yes, it shows. This shoe looks like it trekked from Enugu to Lagos. Gozie gasped. You have insulted me enough today. He grabbed a pillow and hugged it. I will sleep like this. Good night. Neca hissed. Good night, my foot. We just got here and you want to sleep? Oga, wake up and fix this problem. What problem? That your dress is missing. My dear, go and buy another one. Problem solved. Neca folded her arms. Fine. I will buy another one, but with whose money? Gozie side-eyed her. You have money now? No, I don't have money. The same way you forgot my dress, I also forgot my money and ATM card at home. Gozie sat up. Neca, don't do this. Oh, I have done it, oh. Gozie groaned. So you want me to spend money because you forgot to pack wisely? Exactly. Gozie sighed in defeat. Fine. Tomorrow, we will go shopping. Are you happy now? Neca grinned. Very happy. She climbed into bed and snuggled under the covers. Gozie lay back down and closed his eyes. Then Nneka spoke again. But you also forgot my red bag that will match the red dress. That means you are also going to buy me a red handbag too? Neca, let me sleep, Gozie said helplessly. She burst into laughter, and after a moment, Gozie joined her. And just like that, their vacation began the only way it could, with a fight. After their shopping trip, Gozie and Neka decided to stop at a popular abacha joint in Enugu. The place was buzzing with activity. Women preparing the abacha in one corner, some of them cutting garden egg leaves and onions, and a group of elders arguing loudly about politics. Neca adjusted her sunglasses and flipped her new weave. This is the life. Nothing like eating abacha fresh from the source. Gozie nodded. Better than all those fake abacha you buy in Lagos that tastes like plastic. They found a table and ordered 2 plates of abacha, garnished with plenty of oba, onions, fish, and enough pepper to make a grown man cry. Everything was peaceful until Gozie finished his fish and reached for Neka's fish. Her eyes widened. "Gozie, remove your hand." He froze mid-air. "Let's be civilized, my love." "Civilized? You and I got the same food, with the same number of pieces of fish, and yet you want to steal my fish?" Gozie cleared his throat. "It's not stealing. It's called marriage privilege." Neka hissed. "Marriage privilege, community development, ni. If you touch that fish, I will bite your hand." Gozie chuckled. "Neka, be calming down. It's just fish." "Just fish? Just fish?" "Gozie, if it's just fish, why don't you leave it alone now?" Some customers turned to watch. A woman selling palm wine shook her head. "These Lagos people, they came all the way here to disgrace themselves." Meanwhile, Gozie and Neka were in full battle mode, but they chose to ignore the woman and concentrate on their own fight. "Neka, remember how you ate the biggest pieces of meat at my cousin's baby dedication when we were both eating together? Today is my day to pay back. In fact, you know what? If I can't have this fish, then nobody can," Gozie said. Before Neka could react, he picked up the fish and chomped off a huge chunk. Neka's scream was loud enough to make a masquerade remove its mask. "Gozie, you are a wicked man, a saboteur, a destroyer of destinies." The owner of the joint, an old woman known as Mame Jike, rushed over. My children, what is the matter?" Neka pointed at Gozie. "This criminal has eaten my fish." Mame Jike sighed. Is it not just fish?" Neka gasped. "You too? Mama, women supporting women has failed me." A man from another table laughed. Calm down now. A submissive wife should not be fighting her husband over fish." Gozie wiped his mouth. "Yes, so listen to wisdom." Another man added, "In fact, she should be happy that her husband wants to share her food." Neka turned to them with slow, calculated rage. "Excuse me?" The first man nodded, feeling important. "Yes, in the good old days, a woman did not complain when her husband took her food. She even thanked him." Neka folded her arms. "So what you are saying is, if my husband eats my food, I should kneel down and say, 'Thank you, my Lord, for oppressing me,' Abi?" The man nodded. Neka turned to Gozie. "Darling, did you hear that?" Gozie smirked. "I heard it loud and clear, my love." Then, in one smooth motion, Gozie reached into the plate of the man that first spoke and picked up the last piece of fish on his plate and popped it into his mouth. The man jumped up. Oga, why did you do that?" Gozie licked his fingers. In the good old days, a man did not complain when another man took his food. Neca clapped her hands. Yes, so he should even be happy that my husband wants to share his food. The man fumed. This one is different now. No, it's the same, Gozie said, stretching lazily. You see, equality is a beautiful thing. Neca grinned. It shocked you? The other customers burst into laughter. Even Mame Jike shook her head, laughing. The man sat down in defeat, mumbling. If I ever put my mouth in husband and wife matter again, make I bend. Gozie and Neca gave each other a high five and continued eating as if they were not quarreling before. What people didn't know was that in this marriage, Gozie and Neca may fight each other, but when it comes to outsiders, they were always on the same team. It was Christmas morning, and as usual, the Gozie and Neca's household was buzzing. The children were singing. Junior was chasing Ada around the sitting room, and Obinna was pressing his new game console. But inside the kitchen, a little war was brewing. Neca was standing over the kitchen counter, holding a machete and looking confused, while a fat Christmas chicken was tied near the kitchen door, clucking like it sensed its end has come. Gozie, who was lying on the sofa, shouted from the parlor, Neca, have you killed that fowl yet? Time is going, oh. People are already roasting their own. Neca sighed. You are the one that will kill this chicken, oh. Why didn't you ask them to kill it for you where you bought it? Since you didn't do so, Oga, please come and kill this chicken. Gozie sat up. Neca, since when did fowl killing become husband duty? In our place, women do it. Neca stomped into the parlor with the machete. Which your place? Is it not the same place that I come from too? You want to make me do everything because it is Christmas, Abi? Gozie adjusted himself. Neca, abeg, don't start this morning. Don't spoil the Christmas spirit. Just kill the chicken and let us enjoy. What's there in killing a chicken? Something that even a child of 5 years can do in a twinkle of an eye. Neca pointed the machete at him. So, you are insisting that it is a woman's job to kill the chicken, Abi? No problem. I will kill the chicken, oh, but if my hand shakes and the machete falls from my hand and mistakenly lands on your buttocks, just know that it was not intentional. The children who were peeping from the staircase busted out laughing. Obinna whispered, They have started again, oh. Ada grinned. This one is called Christmas fight. Then Junior clapped happily, and it will be very interesting. Gozie grumbled, but got up reluctantly. All right, I will kill it, since I don't want to start looking for my buttocks on Christmas Day. He walked towards the chicken, posed very well, and said, Watch and see how a professional does it. He raised the machete, aiming seriously before bringing it down towards the chicken. But instead of the chicken, he missed the target and instead broke the rope the chicken was tied with. The chicken escaped. Jesus! Gozie screamed, jumping back. The chicken ran into the parlor, flapping its wings and scattering pillows. The children shouted, Catch it, Daddy! Catch it! Neca fell on the floor, laughing. Whoa, Mr. Professional, has the chicken stolen your professional degree? Gozie ignored her and continued chasing the chicken around the house like a madman. The fowl jumped on the TV stand, ran under the Christmas tree, and even flew onto Mama Gozie's framed photo. Gozie was panting. Neka, come and help me now. Help you kill with chicken. Neca laughed. Have you forgotten that I am not a professional? Maybe I should call a 5-year-old to do the killing, she said, still laughing. Finally, after 18 minutes of chasing, Gozie cornered the chicken behind the sofa and caught it by the leg. The children cheered. Daddy is our hero! Gozie, sweating heavily, raised the chicken. Now you will enter the pot today, he said to the chicken. Then he turned to Neca. To all the people that thought I will be put to shame, let them know that miracle no dey tire Jesus, he said with a smirk. Neca ignored his comment, but instead took a picture of him sweating and holding the chicken. This one is Christmas card picture. I will name it Gozie and his special Christmas chicken. Gozie rolled his eyes. You are not a serious person, he said as he entered the kitchen to go and kill the chicken. Later that day, while eating the chicken, Gozie licked his fingers. This chicken that stressed me so much, I will eat you without remorse. But Neca, you sabi kuku. Neca smiled. After all the wahala I went through to prepare this Christmas dish, you better say so. They both laughed and clinked glasses of wine. Ada whispered to Obinna, I like it when they make up after fighting. Obinna replied, me too. Our parents are just something else. Then came Obinna's school's PTA meeting. The school hall was packed with parents. Gozie and Neca sat in the middle row, pretending to be normal. The principal, Mrs. Okolie, was addressing the parents. We called this PTA meeting to discuss the welfare of our dear children. Neca leaned toward Gozie. Gozie, remember to raise your hand when they mention security fee. Gozie whispered, why me? Am I the only person that gave birth to him? Neca pinched him. You are the father now. Minutes later, the class teacher stood up. Parents, we noticed that some pupils bring only biscuits and sweets for lunch. Some even carry pure water. We strongly frown against this because we preach balanced diet for our children, for healthy living. Neca gasped and whispered, it's our son Obinna that she is talking about. Gozie frowned. Who puts biscuits and sweets in his lunchbox? You now? Neca stared at him. Me? When? Gozie said, blinking. Neca clapped her hands softly. Last Friday, when I was late to open my shop, didn't you say you would handle lunch since it was your day off from work? What did you pack? Biscuits, sweets, and pure water. You forgot to put the food that I had already warmed for them into their food flask, but you rushed to put junk instead. Some parents turned to look at them as Gozie tried to whisper, but even the whisper came out loud. Is it not food? Did he die? The hall erupted in muffled laughter. Mrs. Okolie paused. Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Okeke, is there any problem? Neca stood up sharply. No problem, ma. It's only that my husband thinks that biscuits and sweets is balanced diet. The parents burst into laughter. Gozie defended himself. Is it not better than nothing? Hunger is worse. The laughter doubled to the point that some parents were wiping tears. Mrs. Okolie tried to continue. All right, next issue please. School uniforms. Neca raised her hand. Yes, please. Some children's uniforms are always rumpled. I don't know what some fathers are doing when they say they are helping. Gozie turned sharply. You are referring to me again, Abi? Didn't I iron their school uniform with my own hand? Neca clapped. You ironed the school logo upside down, and you also ironed the collar wrongly, that no matter how I tried to fold it, it stood up like an iroko tree. Our son looked like he was in one Chinese school. The entire hall collapsed in laughter. Even Miss Okolie had to bite her lips to stifle her own laughter. Gozie scratched his head. It's not easy to be a father. When the meeting finally ended, parents walked past them, giggling. One parent patted Gozie. Bros, you try. Now you be correct PTA entertainment today. As they walked to the car, Neca teased. Oga PTA chairman, next time, better iron logo well. And don't overstarch the collar too. Gozie grinned. If you annoy me, I will iron your wrapper and leave a burn mark on it. Neca laughed. Try it first and see how the 5th World War will happen in our home. And just like that, they held hands, got into their car, still arguing playfully as they headed home. Then came Neca's birthday, and for once, Gozie had planned something big. He secretly gave Mama Chidinma, his wife's friend, some money to help him cook fried rice, peppered chicken, and to also order for a cake. Gozie rubbed his hands together. Today, Neca will know that her husband is a lion in surprise. But there was one problem. Neca already knew about the planned surprise birthday, but decided to play along. In the morning of the birthday, she acted normal. No hints. She even gave Gozie hot akamu and akara without mentioning birthday. Gozie whispered to himself, she thinks I have forgotten. Hey, she will soon see. Meanwhile, Neca was laughing inside, while wondering how she was going to maintain a straight face and act surprised when the time comes. Later that afternoon, Gozie sneaked out with the children to decorate the small backyard. Balloons, plastic flowers, and a banner that read, Happy birthday, Neca, the love of my head. Obinna asked, Daddy, why the love of my head? He answered, because without her, this my head no go correct. Junior and Ada laughed. Evening came. Gozie casually called Neca. Ne, come outside. I want to show you something. Neca hissed. I'm not in the mood, she said, pretending to be angry. Biko, Asam, come outside. I want to show you something, he said sweetly. When she stepped outside, the children and the small guests shouted, Happy birthday! Neca froze. All her plans to act surprised disappeared the moment she saw the guests and when the fried rice aroma entered her nose. Then she took her time to take in the sight of the banner, decorations, small chops, and cake. She didn't know when she got weak. Tears welled up in her eyes. Gozie, you did all this for me? Gozie grinned. How can I forget your birthday, my sugar banana? Neca chuckled. Sugar banana? Since when? The children laughed. Gozie continued. Since today, my darling, you will henceforth be tasting like sugar and banana and not like a sweet and sour orange. That means you will no longer be quarreling with your husband 1 minute and be sweet the next minute. You will only be sweet to me always, he said, smiling sheepishly. Sweet always. It's like you want to have diabetes, Mr. Sugar and Banana, Neca said, smiling. God forbid though. Please go back to being sweet and sour. I can manage, Gozie said, forming seriousness. After cutting the cake, Neca turned to Mama Chidinma and said, my beautiful friend. Thank you for the fried rice and peppered chicken. You can bring it out now, because I've been daydreaming about it since today. Gozie froze. Mama Chidinma, so you went ahead and told your friend after I begged you to keep it a secret? No, I did not tell her. I have not even spoken with her since I started planning for the birthday, Mama Chidinma said, looking surprised. Neca laughed. Well, let me free both of you from wondering who told me. The truth is that I overheard you, Gozie, when you were making the call while pooing in the toilet. You know that even your hushed voice is still loud, she said, still laughing. Gozie frowned. So you knew all this while and still pretended like you didn't know. And I was aiming to win the award of Best Husband of the Year. Now, the whole surprise is ruined, he said, frowning. Neca went to him and hugged him. My love, you still won the award regardless. I was moved when I heard you making the plans on phone. At least, you have made up for not remembering it last year. But if you still want me to act surprised, I can still do it. I'll just go back to the house and come out. Then when you all shout, surprise, I will scream in excitement and then faint to make it even more dramatic and memorable. Should I go ahead and do that, darling? She asked jokingly. You are never a serious person, this girl. Anyway, I'm glad you are happy, my love. I am, darling. Thank you very much for this effort. I promise I won't worry you for 2 days, she said with a grin. They all laughed and danced under the backyard bulb. Even Papa Chidi, their neighbor that Nneka and Gozie quarreled with, the day he and other elders advised Gozie to slap Nneka, was peeping from his window, shaking his head and muttering, oh, these two wahala people. But love is sweet, shall if money dey. Then, just as the party was about to get heated up, the power went off. Gozie shouted, Chai, Nepa, this your timing is wicked. Neca laughed. Odogwu's surprise planner. He did not plan for power backup. I guess we can all call it a night then. But special thanks to my one and only troublesome but wonderful husband. And to all our children and guests, you all made this birthday my best birthday yet. Mwah. For where? Gozie said, this birthday is not ending now. Nepa cannot dull the moment. We have not even eaten the fried rice and peppered chicken. Then he brought out his phone and said, oh yeah, everybody, bring out your phones and turn on the torch. This party is about to take on a new dimension of fun, he said. They ended up singing and dancing in the dark, using torchlight as disco light and MP3 audio player speaker for music. Obinna whispered to Junior, "This our family is crazy, I swear." Junior nodded. "Yeah, but I wouldn't have it any other way." As if Gozie and Nneka wahala wasn't enough already, then came the day of the big family Thanksgiving. Neca had been preparing for weeks, sewing matching lace for the whole family. Even Gozie was given the shining lace material that Neca had sewn for him against his wish. That morning, as Neca was dressing Junior up, Gozie said, "Neca, are we going for Thanksgiving or stage play? Must everybody wear lace? My own lace is tight on me. I think you got the wrong measurement. I want to change into my senator outfit since it's more comfortable and the same color. No one will notice." Neca hissed. Which lace is tight? The one that I can see here with my eyes? This lace you are wearing is not tight, Oga. It is just fitted as I instructed the tailor because I know you like fitted wears. So after spending weeks preparing for this family Thanksgiving, personally meeting tailors with everyone's measurement, you don't want to wear the lace? You are coming up with the excuse that it is tight so that you can avoid wearing it. See, if you like, wear singlet and follow us. I won't beg you to wear the lace," Neca said, frowning as she continued dressing Junior up. At the church, the Gozie family stepped in looking like a Nollywood movie premiere. Their lace was shining brighter than the sun. Some women whispered, "See Gozie family. Money is talking, oh." Gozie muttered under his breath, "It's only the lace that is talking. My account is crying." The Thanksgiving started well until it was time for their family dance to the altar. The choir changed to a high-tempo Igbo praise song. "Onye na-eme mma nnekwa ikpere m n'ala, Chineke ịdị mma." Next thing, Neca changed her dancing style and started dancing like a woman whose visa has been approved after many denials. While dancing, she looked ahead to see her husband dancing like he was carrying the whole world on his head. "Odogu, dance well now. Why are you not shaking your body rigorously?" Neca asked. "Because my spirit is weak," Gozie replied. Neca pulled him by force. "Dance, or we will both disgrace ourselves here. Don't you know that this is our opportunity to shine since all eyes will be on us?" Gozie, with his stiff waist and fake smile, started dancing like somebody with hot pepper inside his shoe. The whole church laughed. Even the pastor chuckled, covering his mouth with the hymn book. The children watched in excitement while cheering them on. Nneka and Gozie continued dancing to the altar. As they got there, Nneka knelt down, thanking God. Gozie tried to kneel, but his tight lace trouser betrayed him. Next thing the church heard was, "Bah!" Gozie's trouser tore at the back. The church echoed, "Ah!" Mama Chidimma, Nneka's friend, who had followed them to church for the Thanksgiving, shouted, "Blood of Jesus!" Gozie froze on the spot. Neca covered her mouth. She didn't know whether to cry or laugh. The pastor, after trying to hold back laughter, said, "Brother Gozie, we thank God for opening more doors, including your trousers." The entire church exploded with laughter. Gozie, with his face like bitter leaf, whispered to Neca, "Neca, I will kill you when we get home." It was that time that Neca let out the laugh she had been holding back. Odogudim, my wonderful husband, this is the sacrifice of praise. Indeed, the Lord has made more room for us, she said as she continued laughing. After the service, Gozie refused to talk to anyone, walking fast like a chased goat. On reaching home, he did not even wait to remove the torn lace before announcing to everyone, "From today, I retire from Thanksgiving. Let God take the thanks directly from me." Neca laughed and hugged him. "My darling Odogwu husband that dances with style, you have made our Thanksgiving one that we won't forget in a hurry." Gozie sighed. "If not that I love you, by now you would have been packing your load. And you would have still followed me," Neca said, smiling. They both laughed as the children joined them, mimicking Gozie's funny dance. The time was 2:47 a.m. The night was peaceful. The moon shone brightly. Even the mosquitoes in the room were humming a soft lullaby. But there was a problem. A very loud problem. Grrrr, grrrr, grrrr. Neca's eyes flew open. She sat up immediately. Her heart pounded. What is that? Thunder, earthquake, or trumpet of the rapture? Then she turned and saw Gozie beside her, mouth wide open, snoring like a generator that had seen better days. "Chinekem," she gasped. "This is not snoring. This is a natural disaster." She shook him roughly. "Gozie, Gozie, wake up!" Gozie grumbled, turned to the other side, and continued his loud performance. "Grrrr, grrrr," Neca hissed. "I will not die young because of this man. God forbid bad thing." She grabbed her pillow and used it to slap his head. Gozie jumped up. "Ah, who beat me?" Neca folded her arms. "Who do you think? You have been snoring like a tractor. You nearly gave me heart attack." Gozie rubbed his head. "Woman, let me sleep. Snoring is normal." "Normal kwa? My friend, snoring should be declared a criminal offense. If snoring was a job, you would be the CEO." "Neca, let me sleep now. You hardly complain about me snoring. So what happened today?" Gozie said. "Because every time you hang out with your friends and take a lot of alcoholic drinks, you turn to a snoring machine at night. I won't be the one to suffer the aftermath of your enjoyment," Neca said. Gozie hissed and lay back down. "Oya, shift. Let me go to my side and face the wall." Neca planted her feet firmly on the bed. "I will not shift." Gozie turned to face her. "Neca, you are on my side of the bed. Shift." Neca folded her hands on her chest. "Who said this is your side?" Gozie scoffed. "Have you ever seen a husband sleeping far from the bedside? It's tradition," Gozie said as he moved towards the other side of the bed. Neca clapped her hands. "You and which tradition? Today, I am sleeping on this side. Shift, abeg." Gozie folded his arms. "I will not shift. What will you do?" Neca smirked. "Okay, let us use war tactics." She suddenly pinched Gozie's waist. "Ah!" Gozie jumped. "Neca, do you want to kill me? You will die if you don't shift." Oh. Gozie grabbed her pillow. "If you try it again, I will throw this your favorite pillow out of the window." Neca gasped. Ah, you want to throw my beloved pillow? My soft pillow? You must be mad. Before Gozie could react, she grabbed the bedsheet and yanked it hard. Gozie rolled off the bed and landed on the floor with a thud. Jesu, he shouted, rubbing his back. Neca, so because of ordinary bedside, you have turned into a wrestler. You threw your husband on the floor. Do you know the implication of what you have done? You better provide me with 1 live goat, 5 tubers of yam, and 5 kola nuts to appease the land that you have desecrated. In fact, I will not get up from this floor until you provide those things. Neca laughed. Oh, sorry. My dear traditional husband, I don't have money to buy those things you mentioned. Since I can't provide those things now, can you please stay on the floor until I can make some money to provide the things you mentioned? She said, still laughing. You don't take me seriously in this house, woman. In the olden days, what you just did will be considered a sacrilege. You would have to provide those things I mentioned and then come with your kinsmen to appease the land. Because we now live in the city, you think you can get away with it? No way! I will record it in my book of remembrance and will bring it up the day you least expected. Gozie said, getting up from the floor. What are you doing? Getting up from the floor? Are you no longer going to wait for me to provide 100 goats, a truckload of yam, and a harvest of kola nuts? Next time, you will respect yourself and shift. Gozie glared at her. Since you want to fight this night, abi this early morning, when normal human beings should still be sleeping, then let me tell you to your face that your food sometimes tastes like boiled tissue paper. Neca gasped. What did you say? I said what I said. Gozie folded his arms. The other day, your soup tasted like water they used in soaking garri for 2 days. Ah, so this is what you have been keeping in your mind, eh, Gozie? Neca rolled up her sleeves. Today, you must explain this insult. In fact, just say goodbye to sleep this night. Gozie stood his ground. I have explained it already. Sometimes, your food is like punishment. Neca grabbed a broom from the corner. Gozie, I will sweep sense into your head this night. Before Gozie could dodge, Neca chased him around the room. He jumped over the bed, ran into the wardrobe, and tried to lock himself inside. Gozie, come out! No, I want to sleep here tonight. Sleep inside wardrobe? Are you now a hanger? Their children knocked on the door. Daddy, Mommy, is everything alright? Or are you people fighting again? Neca and Gozie froze. We are okay, children. Just chasing a rat that ran into the room. You can go back to sleep, Neca said from the room. Gozie slowly opened the wardrobe. Neca dropped the broom as they both exchanged looks. See, just sleep quietly. If I even hear one snore, I will pour water on you, Neca said. Gozie sighed in defeat. Fine, but if you cook soup that tastes like apology again in this house, I'll make sure I snore the living daylight out of you. They both laughed, climbed back into bed, and soon the house was silent again until grrrr, grrrr, Neca's eyes flew open. Oh no, I can't take this anymore. I am sleeping in the guest room, Neca said as she grabbed her soft pillow and made for the guest room. Then came one fateful day. Neca was peacefully peeling yam in the kitchen, minding her business, when Auntie Caro, the neighborhood's chief executive officer of gossip and bad belly affairs, paid her a visit. Neca, my dear, Auntie Caro began sweetly, her voice dripping with fake concern. I need you to sit down because what I'm about to tell you, you don't need to be standing. Neca rolled her eyes and continued peeling her yam. Auntie Caro, go straight to the point. My dear, I didn't want to say anything, but as a good friend and neighbor that I am, I cannot keep quiet after seeing what I just saw an hour ago. Neca sighed. Auntie, if you don't talk in the next 5 seconds, I will open the door and ask you to leave. Okay, Auntie Caro cleared her throat dramatically. I saw your husband, Gozie, at Grand Seasons Hotel this morning. Neca paused. Really? Yes, Auntie Caro said, looking happy to have caught Neca's attention. My dear, he was not alone, He was with one fine yellow woman with hips that can make Solomon in the Bible take her as his wife. If you had seen the way he was holding her waist, the way they were laughing and whispering to each other, I'm sure you would have brought down that hotel, Gogon. Neca continued, feigning interest. Are you serious? What else did you see? Auntie Caro smirked. I also saw him paying for a room. Neca gasped. A room? This is serious, she said, holding her chest. Very serious, my dear. In fact, I wanted to go and slap the woman, but I said no. Let me first tell my good friend, Neca. Neca smiled. You don't mean it. Auntie Caro, you have done well. Very, very well. But wait, what were you doing at the hotel that early? I was not at the hotel, I just went there to collect money that someone was owing me. That's all, Auntie Caro said. Okay, let me call my husband. Auntie Caro rubbed her palms together in excitement. Yes, call him now. Confront him. Put it on loudspeaker so that I can hear. Neca dialed Gozie's number and put it on loudspeaker. He picked up almost immediately. My beautiful wife, the sugar in my tea. Gozie's voice rang through the phone. Neca chuckled. My handsome husband, the butter in my bread. Where are you? I'm still at the hotel with my client, the lady I told you about. She's even saying hello. Do you want to speak with her? Neca smiled. No, darling. Please say hello to her for me. This one you called me while at a meeting. I hope you have not spoiled something. Or are you just missing your husband? My love, someone told me they saw you at a hotel with a woman and that you were holding her waist and even booking a room. So I called to know if it was time for me to come and join in the enjoyment. And the person is still here, listening to our conversation. Gozie laughed. The person is listening? Please tell her that we are still there. In fact, let me even put it on speaker for my mistress to hear. Then he turned to his client and said, Madam, sorry, but someone told my wife that I was booking a hotel room with you. So I was wondering if you would like to join in on the joke. The lady laughed and said, Oh, why not? I'm a good sport. Please count me in. Tell the person that there is room for more people if she is interested. Gozie, Neca, and the lady all busted out laughing. Auntie Caro looked like a rat soaked in water as she moved away from the knife Neca was holding. "It's all right, my darling. Let me go back to what I was doing before I was interrupted by a busybody," Neca said. "Please tell her to go to a pharmacy and ask for a pill called Mind Your Business. It is very effective," Gozie said. "Oh yes, very, very effective pill. I'm sure that if she takes one pill a day, she will be all right." "Later, my darling. Thank your sweet client for playing along," Neca said, laughing. "Take care, my love," Gozie said as he ended the call. The female client turned to him and said, "You and your wife play a lot, but I like that. Your home must be fun," she said. "Ah, yes, so my home is a mixture of fun and laughter with a sprinkle of trouble, but I wouldn't have it any other way." Meanwhile, back at home, Neca turned to Auntie Caro, who was now looking like a fried plantain that fell inside sand, and said, "Auntie Caro, you mean all these your stories, all this energy, all this awoof gossip was for nothing?" Auntie Caro started stammering. Well, you see, I was only concerned though. I mean, it looked suspicious." Neca folded her arms. "You really thought you would scatter my marriage with your fake news?" Auntie Caro scratched her head. My dear, it was a mistake. Don't be angry, yeah?" Neca smiled. "No problem, Auntie Caro. I won't be angry." Auntie Caro sighed in relief. That's why I like you. But I must give you something in return," Neca cut in. Before Auntie Caro could react, Neca picked up the pistol by the corner. Auntie Caro's eyes widened. "Ah, Neca, no be fight oh. Abeg oh. It never reached like that now." Neca raised the pistol. "Gossip commissioner, start running before I help you reduce your bad belly with this thing." Auntie Caro didn't wait. She turned and sprinted out of the house like an Olympic champion. Neca dropped the pistol and burst into laughter. "Next time, let her go and gossip with people who don't have sense." She picked up her phone and sent a message to Gozie. "My sugar, be ready. I'm cooking your favorite meal tonight, and this night I will pamper you in the other room." To which Gozie replied, "I can't wait, my heartbeat." Then came another day. The morning was peaceful. Birds were chirping. The children were resting in their room, and Neca was in a good mood. She had just made a steaming hot cup of tea. The aroma of her rich, milky Lipton filled the air. Then she reached for the bread compartment to get some bread to complete the perfect breakfast. But her hand met air. Neca frowned. She looked again. No bread. She opened the cupboard. No bread. She checked the fridge. No bread. Neca slowly straightened up, inhaled deeply, and then screamed, "Gozie!" Gozie, who was still in the bedroom, scrolling through his phone, nearly dropped it in shock. What happened? What have I done again?" Neca stormed into the room. "Where is the bread?" Gozie blinked. "Which bread?" Neca clapped her hands. "Oh, you don't know which bread? The one I told you to buy yesterday on your way home." Gozie scratched his head. I forgot to." Neca stared at him. "You forgot?" "Yes," Gozie gulped. Before he could say anything else, Neca grabbed her wrapper, tied it tightly around her waist like a warrior preparing for battle, and faced him. Gozie, so you mean I made tea this morning, thinking I had bread, only for me to find nothing? And you are sitting there, telling me I forgot, Neca said as she grabbed a pillow and threw it at him. Gozie dodged and quickly ran beside the bed. Neca, please now, it's just bread. You can eat something else. Just bread? Just bread? Gozie, you must be mad. What else will I take my tea with? Coconut? Sand? Abi air? The children, hearing their parents' usual drama, came into the room. Mommy, Daddy, what's wrong this time? Neca turned dramatically. Your father has finally succeeded in starving me in my own house. He forgot to buy bread, and now I have to drink tea like a goat. The children burst into laughter. Neca, calm down. I'll go and buy bread now, Gozie said, still dodging beside the bed. Neca folded her arms. It's too late. My tea is cold. The moment is gone. And my appetite, it has traveled to Sambisa Forest. I'm sorry, my sugar plum. I will never forget again. You had better not, Neca said, eyeing him. Gozie smiled and hugged her. You know what? To make it up to you, let me take you all out for a big breakfast this morning, since it's a Saturday. Neca gasped. Eh? Big breakfast? With chicken and eggs and juice? Yes, Madam Chicken Lover, Gozie said, smiling. Neca's anger melted immediately. Gozie, you are the best husband in this world, oh. Gozie grinned. I know. She smiled and kissed him. But next time you forget this type of thing, I will make sure you drink tea and air for 1 week. They all burst out into laughter as they got ready to go out for breakfast. Then came another quiet Sunday afternoon. The family had just finished eating their usual Sunday jollof rice and chicken, and Gozie and Neca were lounging in the sitting room enjoying the peace. The children, Obinna, Ada, and Junior, huddled in a corner, whispering, "Let's pretend to fight like Mommy and Daddy," Obinna said with a mischievous grin. Junior clapped his hands. "Yes, and let's see how they react." Ada giggled. "Obinna, I will act like Mommy while you act like Daddy." The plan was set. The stage was ready. Then the drama began. Obinna suddenly shouted, "You must be joking, Ada! How can you say this toy car is your own?" Ada gasped and placed her hands on her waist. "Obinna, am I the one you are talking to like that? It's like you don't want to set your eyes on that toy ever again." Obinna clapped his hands dramatically. Somebody wants to be unfortunate this afternoon. Don't let your village people use you, oh. Gozie and Neca sat up immediately from the couch. "Eh? What is going on there?" Neca asked. "I will not take this nonsense from you," Obinna continued. "Give me back my toy." Ada threw the toy on the floor. "Take your rubbish toy, Oga. You think I'm afraid of you? Nonsense boy." Junior ran to the parlor and started crying a fake cry. "Mommy, Daddy, they are fighting, oh." Gozie and Neca stared in shock and got up almost at the same time. Which kind wahala be this?" Neca asked. Gozie clapped his hands. Are you children mad? You want to start fighting inside my house? The children continued with their fake fight. Ada grabbed a pillow and threw it at Obinna. Gozie turned to Nneka. You see, this one is from your side of the family. See her behavior. Nneka hissed. It's your village people that are worrying them. The children, seeing that their parents were at it again, stopped their own fight and burst into laughter. Obinna pointed at them. Mommy, Daddy, this is how you people behave every day, always fighting over small things. Gozie and Neka froze. Ada folded her arms. Yes, you people argue over remote, over food, over who should turn off the light, over everything. So we decided to copy you. Did we do well? She asked with a smirk. Gozie and Neka looked at each other, speechless. Finally, Gozie sighed and rubbed his head. So, all our fights, you people have been watching? Yes, sir, the children chorused. Gozie shook his head and pointed at Neka. You see what you have caused? Neka smacked his shoulder. Me? You are the main problem in this house. Oh. The children cheered them on. Yes, here they go again. Go on, go on, go on, Daddy, go on, Mommy, let's see who will win. Gozie and Neka looked at them and burst into laughter. Neka sat down quietly. Chai, this one na see finish. You people almost made my blood pressure rise. Don't worry, we will no longer fight again. The children started laughing again. Mommy, Daddy, don't worry. We love you like that. Don't stop fighting, Obinna said. Yes, Mommy, I like how you people still love each other even after you finish arguing, Ada said. Your fights make us laugh every day, Junior added. Everyone burst into laughter. At the end of the day, one thing was certain. This family was crazy, but they were crazy in love. We have finally come to the end of the Gozie and Neka series. And don't forget to share your thoughts with me about this last part in the comment section. Before leaving, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. It means a lot to me. Until I come your way again soon, stay happy.